Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all good this fine day. Let's not beat about the bush. We are talking some Warcraft 3 Reforged and all of the hate that has been dumped upon it so far. Does it deserve it? We shall see. And let's start off gentle. Let's be nice. Let's be good. And let's talk about the upsides. Let's talk about the good points. And the most obvious has to be the graphics. Yes, the graphics of the original game have been replaced in Warcraft 3, easy for me to say, Reforged, with glorious models that, to be fair, only get better when you zoom in. They do look absolutely stunning. The surrounding world has also had a little bit of a shot in the arm. We've got water effects, pretty shadows, and so on and so forth. The world around all of it's just had a good facelift. Is it up to modern standards? Nope, not at all. Not at all. It is still a game, let's be honest, from 2002. It's just a good old girl that's had a bit of a facelift, and she looks good for it. And that's where, and that's realistically, for the new stuff that's been added, we end. That's it. If we talk about the very best part of the game, which is the campaign, well, the very best part of Warcraft 3 Reforged is Warcraft 3, even without the facelift. It was, and still is, an amazing game. The campaign still holds true. Would it have been interesting to see a more updated campaign following the current lore? Yeah. But to be fair, given how everything else has turned out that's had the touched up treatment, I'm kind of happy that they left well enough alone. A few things have changed. I will say that. There have been a few welcome changes, a few ease of life changes, and a couple of map changes during the campaign. But to put them to one side, we still have the epic 60 missions telling us the foundation of everything we love in Azeroth today. And that is good. That is good. Now we must get to the messy part. We're only 2 minutes into this video and I'm pretty much done with the good stuff. Now I could do an entire video on how good Warcraft 3 is, but in terms of what is in essence just a bit of a revamp, a touch-up, that's it. That's the good stuff. 2 minutes, 20 seconds odd in. So let's get on with the mess. Let's just get on with this car crash that we have left. And we'll kick that off with the multiplayer. Now, I played a little bit of the multiplayer during the beta, and I will say it was already giving bad signals. There was a lot of lag, there was just straight up disconnects. Without realistically much advancement, it never really improved, it never really got any better. And that may be okay during the beta, but when you come to launch, a retail copy of the game, buyers are not demanding too much to expect better. Now, and I say buyers are not fans because Blizzard, like many in the gaming industry, need to remember that the phone call to shareholders goes much, much worse if we stop buying your products. Now, the biggest issue that I have personally is the rights for the created maps. Now, you may have seen this has been a big talking point. It's not unique to Blizzard, but basically if you now create anything within Warcraft 3 Reforged, the rights are immediately transferred to Blizzard, much like Bethesda. If any of you heard the outcry from Bethesda mods sham, meaning all your hard work belongs to them. Why would people want to put their heart and soul into something? A game that they love. You know, just all those hours creating a fantastic campaign or a multiplayer map that just flows perfectly. And they might get, you know, a little bit of love from the community for it. If they're very, 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 very lucky, and it's particularly good, they might get a little bit of money. But not much. They might get a little bit of money. Now, all you have to ask, if you want to create a custom map, is, what do I have to give up for this? And Blizzard will simply tell you, everything. Yeah. That's the saddest thing for me, is, if any of you remember BlizzCon 2018, we had Diablo Immortal, and this was the saving grace. This was the game that saved some semblance of respect and honor for Blizzard. And the biggest thing that I remember that I really just was like, almost punched my fist in the air and just went, yes, is they turned around and said, this isn't our game. The guys that developed this said, this isn't our game. This was created for you guys, because this is your game. It's when we hand it to you and you make these amazing things. That's when this game comes alive. You're not going to have that now, because why would I? Why would I? And it saddens me a lot, because it's when this game's at its best. All those old games were amazing when they were modded. It's what saved a lot of games back in the day. Was people just sat there and they poured their heart and soul and love into these games to create something for other gamers to enjoy. And now that's just gonna, if you create something that's amazing, that's really good, Blizzard could quite rightly repackage it, put a new sticker on the front of it, say this is a new DLC you can buy for Warcraft 3, it's our Shadowlands campaign that somebody made. And they get all the money for it. They sell it for 15 quid or whatever, 5 quid, and that's all the money goes to them. And the creator sees nothing. Bethesda have done it, and they're not the only ones. And it's sad. It's sad that that's where it seems to be heading. That wasn't even, I apologise, that wasn't even my conclusion. That was just a little deviation from what I'd actually scripted in front of me. And it's just because I find that truly sad that things like that are dying out. But in conclusion, Warcraft 3 was the perfect time for Blizzard to win back some fans. You know, as I just said, they had Immortal, they had Blitzchunk, they've had BFA. We've had staff moved off of what I would consider primary platforms for them to go and work on other platforms. I'm looking at you, mobile. Or just flat out leaving. We've had leaks from Blizzard staff complaining about how bad things are. Blizzard could have done with a win. Instead, they just turned around and they smashed the ball straight into the back of their own net. And this is all their own making. I know everything there is to know about Shadowlands that's out there in the public domain. I am hyped for it. I'm hyped so much that I no doubt I will let myself down. I will overthink things like Torghast. They won't be what I hope they will be. But that hype is of my own making. It is part of fandom. Unlike Warcraft 3 Reforged, much was promised. And what was delivered let down not only the fans, but it does a massive disservice to Warcraft 3. I have been saying every video I've done where they talked about this, you know, when it had been delayed from December to January, that's fine. This is a game that deserves this level of respect and service. It's fine for them to delay it. I have no issue with Warcraft 3 because I had no hype for it. Think of it like a car. I liked the old model, so I paid for the newer version, and that's it. Ooh, yeah, I like that. And you're updating it? Fine, I'll buy the new one. I need to replace the current one I've got. That's fine, I'll buy the new version. I want this car to get me from A to B, nothing more. Therefore, I'm not disappointed when I'm driving, you know, a car that looks a little bit nicer. But mostly it's still what I remember. Then you have those that have been sold a car that will be amazing, all new, all shiny, everything you can wish for. It will be the greatest 4x4 vehicle ever created. It will have a hamper in the back that will stock all your favourite foods and drink. Everything you could ever wish for, this will be. And more. And it's delayed. And still we hear no whisper. Not well, you know, development things happen. Just letting you know we haven't been able to do all of the new cutscenes we wanted to do, or the features we wanted to implement, or this is still a little bit buggy. So do you know what? We're actually going to pull a CD Projekt Red and we're going to say we're going to need to push it back 6 months. I apologise. Game should be, you know, we thought it'd be out in December. We're going to push it all the way back to June because we think the game deserves to come out exactly as you want it to be because it's your game. That's what we said. But no. Instead, when we pick it up, I can drive to the shop, going back to our car analogy, and home again, and it's fine. Because I wasn't expecting any more. But for those that purchased a 4x4 with all these amazing features, they've been lied to. And that is where the anger comes from. This game is not a 0.5. The Warcraft 3 alone deserves better than that. The game with the Reforged badge in it is a 4 to 6 out of 10. And that depends what it is you want to do with it. What you want to get out of it. If you just want to play the campaign, because you've never played it before, then it's a 6, maybe even higher. Everything else, it's a generous 4. Now, patches may fix this, but like so many games in recent years, the damage has been done then. But this wasn't Anthem, this wasn't Breakpoint, this was Warcraft 3! Everything we love about Azeroth has been built on the back of Warcraft 3, and it deserved so much better. And it speaks volumes about where Blizzard is at the moment, and that saddens me deeply. As I say, Warcraft 3 deserves so much better than this. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.